Well, let's get this Expo ball rolling with our first speaker.
Mr. Ben Peery.
Mr. Ben Peery works at the Valley View emergency room. Mr. Ben, have you ever gone to the emergency room yourself?
Yes.
Me too.
So I apologize for the attire. I am not trying to dork out with you guys, but I literally did work last night. So I'm running on a combination of sugar and caffeine and probably a little crispy. But thank you for the opportunity to speak. So emergency medicine is what I do. I've been in the Valley for 12 years, and if I had to distill this career into a few words, I would say we are we're the back scene of the Jackass movie series. You guys all watch that? Right? You ever wonder what happens afterward? That's me, right? I'm patching up all those mistakes. You could say that my career is the fixer of bad decision making to some degree, and I can tell some stories. If your friends at some point in your life say to you, "Dude, you can make it, I know it," ponder, just pause for a moment, think about it, because we take care of the backside of that as well. Sometimes you can't make it, and that's okay. My career path to medicine was very circuitous, and so that's what I want to talk to you guys about. I have 3 daughters. 2 of them go to Roaring Fork, and I want you guys to understand that you don't necessarily have to know why or what you're doing. You're young, right? It's okay to not know. And I will tell you that in my career, I did not know what I was doing early on. And it took a while to figure that out. And I want to stress the importance that the process is critical for becoming, deciding what you want to do, being happy, and ultimately being a good human being. I'm going to tell you a quick story. When, let's see, roughly November 1944, I have a picture in some archives at home of an A-20 attack squadron. Now, these are planes that they flew in World War II in the Philippines, and they were specialized low-level attack bombers. And this particular squadron is coming in. It's a black and white series of photographs. They're coming in low over a harbor, and one of the lead planes is coming apart. And it's a terrible photograph in some levels. The back planes are taking photographs, and they're in these high G-banking turns. They're 200 feet off the ocean surface. And this was a pivotal moment in our family's life, because that was my grandfather's squadron. He was 23 years old. And this is not a talk so much about, I'm not pushing the military active service, any of that so much. I just want you to understand that when I was 23 years old, I was in a different place than he was at that moment. I had gone through Colorado College. I would say that in the archives of Colorado College, you could probably struggle to find a lower GPA that actually ended up going on to medical school. I was uncertain what I was doing. I was traveling, had some surfboards loaded into a van, was down south in Guatemala, etc. And I took stock of my life when I got back from that trip and sort of realized that one thing that really impacted me even during high school and college was helping people. And so I had to start from ground zero, and I want to tell you guys that when you have to start from out of a hole that you're already in backwards, it's a tough place to be in. So starting with a low GPA and trying to work my way back through the ranks and getting into medicine took a long time. It is an expensive process. If you have any interest in medicine at all, I highly recommend that instead of playing rugby solidly for 4 years and not studying in college, there is another better way, right? Seriously. So what I want to tell you is that what's impacted me deeply over the last 10 years of my life has been service. The ability to take care of patients in the emergency department is a powerful, powerful thing. It's important that you recognize that in your life, the things that you do have to matter. It's not enough to get a job. It's not enough to just sally forth and take a salary and buy stuff. It has to resonate with you. And I would highly recommend to you all that that's the decision that you make. So when my grandfather is 23 years old, it takes a lot. How do you get a young man into a cockpit of an airplane that he knows he is going to be in trouble, that's going to be in a high-stress situation, potentially life-threatening? It had to matter to him, and it did. The whole country was galvanized. For me in my career, it has also mattered deeply to be able to care for the community, friends, family. It is something that will continue to carry me forward. And I would recommend to you as you go forth, you don't have to necessarily know what it is you want to do, but it has to matter the decisions that you make. It has to impact this world in a positive way. And that's my recommendation to you. All right, that's what medicine has meant to me, and I would pass that forth to you as a message. Go forth. It should matter. It should resonate with you as a human being. Okay? Thanks.
Thank you, Mr. Ben Peery. Can we get one more round of applause for him?